Well, hello. I'm Susie with Mayflower, and I'm the training ambassador. And today I'd like to share with you a design that incorporates a little bit of fall coming into season. And I'd like to help you to decorate your department to make it look a little more presentable for your customers. So, this is going to be quite a bit of hand pumping, so just be prepared for that, but it's going to be really cute and worth your while when it's all said and done. So we're going to start off with a quad. These are 11-inch balloons. They've been pumped up with 20. And to sit on top, I have 8-inch balloons, 7-inch balloons, and these are pumped up with 10, so that they're half the size. And I'm just going to make the duplets into a quad and put these two together, and they're going to sit right on top of each other. So all we need to do then is just tie these two together so that they don't come apart. And anytime that we have a duplet like this, I think it's pretty important that we put a weight on it. So we'll do that. Nice, strong, secure. And now we'll just weight it down. Just find a regular weight and tie this in with the little loopies that I have on the bottom here. A simple tie will do. And good practice is, anytime you have balloons that are on the ground, always a good idea to put a little bit of tape on there. So when they're larger balloons like this, I'm just going to create a little X that gives us a little more surface area. Probably wish I would have done this ahead of time, right? Well, I just like to show you how things are done. Okay, nice and taped, secure, and ready to roll. All right, now our next phase is going to be, let's start with our flowers first. So there's lots of different flowers that we could make for here, but what I like to do is look at the pattern of the balloon that I'm putting on here and try to duplicate as close to I can something that I see on there. And this is as close as I could come up to as a sunflower as I could find. It's primitive and simple, but it's an effective little flower. So we're going to make 3 of these. I've already made 2. And now we're going to make our 3rd one. So that just entails, very simply, getting your Qualitex green hand pump, taking a 5-inch balloon, making sure that lip is on the first ridge, and we're just going to go with 2 pumps. And we're going to create a 3 and a 2. So here is our pair, and now we're going to work on the 3-way guy. I always like to wrap it twice just in case your hands slip. That way you don't have to put it back on the pump and pump it up again. Okay, so this will just tie into this. And then I've gone ahead and got another 5-inch balloon. This is the center, and that is just 1 pump. So you're going to take your 3 and your 2, put them together. And then this little center just kind of finds its way in the middle as your petals come around and give it this look. So something new that I'm going to introduce today is glue dots. You can find those with us at Mayflower, and these will really be incredibly effective in just putting these in place where they belong when we come to that. The next thing we're going to make is we're going to make hay, and these are fun little twists that are tying together, and that incorporates us getting a 260 hay colored. And what you want to do when you're going to twist it is always make sure that it's pre-inflated first, and then find a cylindrical object. The handle on your flower chopper is good. And then when you're wrapping this around it, just make sure that it lies flat like a ribbon and there's no ridges or hiccups in the center of it. That's pretty important. And then you just want to fill it up. So it kind of duplicates what is going around. And then the important key here is to make sure that you have quite a bit of tying room over here. So you just want to take the ends, and when you're tying them together, make sure that you have a lot more room on the nozzle end than you do at the very end, so that I have quite a bit more with this. I've gone ahead of time and pre-inflated this to save us a little bit of time, and I'm going to show you how we make these little curly cues again. Going flat against the ribbon, like a ribbon, against the pull, and now we just inflate. Let it out a little bit so that I have plenty of tie room here. And I'm just going to tie these two together, end to end. Now what I'm going to do is tie the two ends, the inflation ends together, and the rolled ends will kind of act as a stop when you pull them. So you want to make sure that you have about this much room in between. Okay, so now comes the prize. Our really cute air-filled Scarecrow. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to take a 260, 360, a scrap, whatever you have, carefully roll that inflation valve just about to the end of the inflation end itself. There's two reasons I do that, is I want quite a bit of room to sit in the center of this, and I also don't want to compromise the valve of your balloon, because this, you don't want it to leak. Alright, so we're going to put this on top, pull it down, and just wrap our 260 around. So that he's nice and firm on here. Okay, now we're going to work on decorating the base. So we're going to start off with a sunflower, matching up, and this is going to just kind of sit like this to duplicate that. So I'm looking for a adhesion and a place where these will stick, so I found that, and now I'm just going to take my glue dot and put it right on one petal and on the other. So he's pretty firm on there. I think I can use one more. Super easy to use. You can see now we have part of that. Now I'll use another one. I'm going to look for the place where he gets his sticker to. See that he can stick right there. Glue dots are super easy to use. Now you can use any number of different ways to put these on. I tried using the hot glue gun and put it on low settings, but I ended up burning myself, and this is just a lot easier. So these sit on here, but if you have one of those and you're pretty good with it, then please, by all means, use what works for you. So now I'm going to put my third sunflower on. And I think he'll sit right up here. Don't you think that'd be cute? So if he's going to sit there, I'm going to use this. And these two down here. Okay, there's my flowers, and now we're going to put on the hay. So this is pretty easy to do. I'm just going to take it and wrap this around the back. And I've gone ahead and made another one, just a little bit of a color variation. Just adds a little bit of interest and fun to your design. All right, well, that completes this session, and this is something that I think that your customers will enjoy having in their department. So, once again, thank you for joining us at Mayflower, and I hope that this helps you put a little bit of excitement of fall into your department. Thank you for joining us today.